Okay. Versatile Vigilante, Young Vince, Uncle Vinny, and we're back in here with a special guest. We got Barry Szeto.
Yo!
How was that pronunciation?
Barry Szeto. Almost there.
Szeto.
There's no
Barry Szeto.
The Z is silent, but it's okay.
Well, welcome, bro. I appreciate you coming out.
Thank you so much. Yes, good to meet you.
Absolutely great to meet you. Finally, yeah, man. So, Barry reached out to me, do an interview. I checked out his music, checked out his vibe. I was super interested because not really I don't really interview too many like singers, you know, so this was a cool experience for me. So appreciate you coming out.
And I saw a couple of your posts, and like I noticed that you support a lot of Toronto talent and stuff, so I really appreciate that. So this is definitely a good, place to do that. So 100%. I thought I'd come out and check it out.
Love it, bro. So I want to know a little bit about yourself before getting into the music. Are you from Toronto originally?
Vancouver originally, and I moved to Toronto when I was like 3. Yeah, that's about it.
Okay, so Toronto's in your blood.
Oh yeah, I'm Torontonian, no doubt. Like, for
Love
sure.
it.
Yeah.
Which part of the city?
Scarborough. Then I moved to Markham, and now I'm in Markham.
And now we're here.
Now we're here. Yeah.
And shout out Barry, because before the podcast we were talking about we both fuck with Smiley. Yeah. So there we go. Toronto United, man. Yep. Different parts of the city. Let's go.
Yeah, for sure. And I remember like when he was featured on Drake's song, I knew that people were kind of giving a bit of hate, because he's from Mississauga and he's like whatever, local, but no one realized how dope he actually is, right?
Oh, Smiley's sick, man. Shout out Smiley. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
So you make music. I was actually taking a deep dive into your YouTube, and I was blown away because you've been putting out stuff for a long ass time, bro.
For real. Okay, I'm not that long. I'm not that old. Okay.
As a respect thing, though, we see a lot of people dropping like a song here and there.
Yeah.
Year goes by, don't get a buzz, quit.
Yeah.
So to see something like yourself that, there's stuff from like 11 years ago, that's not a ton of time, but it is.
Not long ago,
Sorry, bro. I didn't mean.
Okay, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
You didn't come here to feel old, eh? I'm sorry, man.
No,
but
I'm kidding.
I was blown away because I think it's so cool, bro. It's like inspiring to me. Like, you're going. Talk about how you started on that journey.
I mean, like, I do because I love it. I'm not doing it for, like... I mean, obviously, we want to get recognized and stuff like that, but this industry is brutal when it comes to, like, people who just want to do this for the fame and fortune. So, like, I do it because I love music and I love being an artist. So whether I sell millions of records, whether I sell 10, whatever, you know what I mean? But, I've been doing this for quite a while, as you can see. But I did take a break pre-COVID, and then I released my first EP during COVID, actually in March 2020. So that's when I released my first official EP, Feels, and then shortly after I released my second EP, In My Head. So that's when I've been working with Daniel J. Shepard, who's Mississauga based, and But it's been a journey. It's been quite a journey, I have to say.
100%, bro. I brought that up because I was just curious to me, like, when you started, was it something where you always just wanted to make music and you wanted to give it a shot? Is that more or less how it was?
Well, I've been singing since I was in high school, really. That's where I started singing, and I just loved performing. I just loved the feeling of it, and didn't really matter who was listening or how many fans I get or whatever. It really just did because I love the way it makes you feel. I think any artist will tell you the same thing. It's like you put in all this work for that few minutes of euphoria, you know what I mean?
Right.
As an artist. So like I do because I just love the feeling. I love the creative process. I love the hustle, and any negative thing that comes along the way, you just take it as a lesson learned, That's about it.
That's a great way to look at it. It's like you're taking it seriously because you love doing it, but you're not taking it too seriously to where, it's not everything.
Yeah, exactly. So so that's where it has to like come organically. That's where really where people can really see who you are, if you do it for the love of music. And you can tell that someone's doing it for fame and fortune. You can tell they're just doing it for the cloud. But, and there's nothing wrong with that, but, it does, people do see right through you at the end of the day. You know what I mean? That's all it is.
You're right, man. No matter what you're doing, authenticity is... Yeah. You can see it. You're 100% right. Yeah.
But at the same time, you want to be commercial too, so there's nothing wrong with being a little bit commercial pop, as well. Stuff that people love.
Hey, man. I feel you. I had some guys in here a couple of weeks ago, and we're talking about that. If you can make money doing it,
of course,
why wouldn't you?
Absolutely. Not gonna lie, that's the goal,
For sure, bro. For sure. So Your music, is it fair to say, more on the pop side of things?
Yeah, I grew up listening to a lot of R&B and urban music, but yeah, pop R&B is pretty much my genre right now. Yeah. Yeah, I'm still growing. I'm still experimenting. I'm still learning about myself and my abilities. But as of now, like a lot of pop R&B is probably like the stuff I like.
Got you. Was there anyone coming up that you kind of looked at as like, I really like how they do their thing?
Yeah, actually, I kind of late in the game, but I'm really feeling Keshi. Keshi, he's from the States. He's Asian, and I'm not just saying that because he's Asian too, but like his vibe is very. He's with Interscope Records right now, and he's I think one of the first Asians to really make it mainstream. But he's has that sort of soft R&B kind of like Summer Walker,
right?
Khalid, Daniel Caesar type vibe.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and those are the artists that I really like right now as well.
I got some homework to do.
Yeah, you do. Keshi, you should definitely look him up. He's really he's a vibe. Like you listen to his music and it's like it takes you onto this journey. It's really cool. I love it. Yeah,
that's what music should do, right? Like make you feel something, make you take you to a place.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I've been working on too, because I've been so focused on doing songs that are commercial and what's in, what's trending, what's whatever. But like, you know, I prefer making music that makes people feel a certain type of way. You know what I mean? And that's what I've been working on. That's what I've been trying to do.
How do you get a sense for that? Like, is it do you ask people like, what do you think of this? Do you just do it yourself?
No, the thing is, if you do that, because everyone's taste is different, some people might not like Nicki Minaj, some people might like something else, and like you can't just say that. So I'd rather just do what I feel at the moment. So that's how I've been recording lately. I just been, you know, whatever I'm in the mood, I just work with my producers and songwriters, and we just kind of vibe, and then writing stuff on the spot is what I've been doing lately. That's what comes off more authentically.
Right.
Yeah.
Were you always a songwriter?
Yeah. Yeah, actually, yeah. But lately I've been collaborating more, so it's good to have, you know, more than one head, you know what I'm saying? Sure. So like it's just two heads are better than one always. So it's just good to have other people's input as well.
For sure, a little fresh perspective there.
Absolutely, yeah.
100%, bro. So I was curious to see when you were making this album that you're currently working on, completely different from how you did it in the past. Yeah,
kind of. Well, this is definitely a little more on the mainstream part, but are you talking about the song for Sorry Who Is This?
Yeah, like your current vibe.
So the current stuff is definitely more pop R&B, and it's more fun. But this particular song, it's really about there's a story behind it. It's just long story short. It's during the pandemic, I actually had a lot of time to reflect, and I kind of figured who should I have in my life? Who is toxic in my life? So like, I really started weeding the people out in my life that is toxic, and I had to let a lot of friends go. Even people that I've known for like 10, 15 years, even since we're kids, because they just don't serve me anymore. You know what I mean? And we all grow up, we all change, and you know, they have done me a little dirty, and I let it go. But now I'm like, you know what? I don't feel good around you anymore, so I just gotta let it go. And like, people are afraid to do that. I was afraid to let people go because, like, you know, we've known each other for so long, and I'm like, how do I do this? And one day I just did during pandemic. It took COVID to make me realize all this, and I think a lot of people can relate to as well. So like, this song is basically, it's a little bit sassy, it's a little bit cheeky, because I'm saying, when I say sorry who is this, I mean like when they call me, I'd be like, sorry, who's this? Like, I don't know you. Yeah. Like, exactly. So like, this is kind of like an anthem in a way. I want people to see it as a positive thing, and a kind of like a power anthem for people who don't have that confidence to say that. So I want them to hear the song and be like, you know what? I am worth more. I don't need these people in my life. So in a way, I want this to be a relatable song to people, to give them empowerment.
I love that, bro. Yeah. I think relatable is the perfect word, because I've definitely been through that. Yeah. I think everyone on this planet has gone through that.
I mean, like, I don't know about you, but like, breaking up with a friend is harder than breaking up with like a significant other. Like, it's hard.
It's true, bro.
Because you go through a lot more with friends than with a girlfriend or boyfriend. You know what I mean? So it's just, it's hard.
You're right, and I like how you said, like, how do I do this? Because there's no manual for that.
There really isn't.
It's not easy.
Yeah.
You know, it's like sometimes we want it to be easy because we're like, oh, let's just get rid of it. But
let's just ghost, right? But you can't
hard.
with
Doesn't do
friends
that.
that you've known for a while. You can't do that, right?
Yeah, man.
So you really gotta have you have to be confrontational. You have to have that conversation. It's not a fun conversation, but
You're right. It's not fun. It's not comfortable, but you got to do it sometimes.
It's really not. Yeah.
That's good though. You're protecting your energy. You know,
Absolutely.
you're doing what you need to
Absolutely.
do.
I love how you said that. So that's exactly what I did, and I don't regret any of it. I feel so good. I feel so free, and I feel like I'm myself again. And I want to surround myself with people that are positive around me. That I feel good around.
You owe that to yourself.
Absolutely, and no hard feelings to these people as well. But really, I just want to be like, I wish you well, but I wish you away. You know.
It is what it is,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
You got to do your thing. They got to do
exactly.
their thing. No, that's real, man. It's whatever background you are, whatever anything. Like if you're a human, you go through that shit.
Yeah,
you know?
absolutely. And like, it doesn't even matter how long you've known them, because I know they will give their excuse like, well, Barry, I've known you for this long. How could you just let it go like that? But like, it doesn't. Time means nothing. It really doesn't. We all grow differently.
Exactly.
We all grow to different people. So time means nothing. We all grow. We all like become different people.
Different people.
And if they don't serve you anymore, then I'm sorry.
Exactly, because it doesn't help them either.
No,
it's not
it
good
doesn't.
for you.
It
It's not
doesn't.
good for them.
Yeah.
And you're 100% right. And that's kind of like a guilt trip, you know? Like, oh, but
Yeah,
we went to school
100%.
together. Well, we did.
Yeah.
And that was cool.
Yeah.
But I'm not in fucking school with you no more. Like,
exactly.
you know, it's time to go.
Yeah. So as we grow up, and then we all change, and we all have different people around us. And I mean, it's nice to have friends you've known since kids, but it doesn't always happen, and it's okay.
Yeah.
You know,
exactly.
it's okay.
It's got to make sense.
Yeah.
It's got to make sense.
That's all.
That's
Yeah,
real.
yeah.
Do you feel like you're someone who's cool with confrontation, or is it not your favorite thing in the world?
I fucking hate it. Am I allowed to swear? Sorry.
Hell yeah.
I fucking hate it.
We're not on radio, bro.
Confrontation is so hard. It's like, who likes confrontation anyway? Like, to be honest, I had to like ghost these people for a bit until they like, someone had to show up at my door and be like, hey, yo, Barry, what the fuck? You know? So I'm not proud of that. Like, I should have been more mature about it. But yeah, confrontation is really not fun. Yeah, not really. I
agree.
should be. I'm working on it. We all should be.
We're working again. That's a key point. Working on it, because we're not perfect either.
No,
you know?
absolutely not. And you learn from things. So
Exactly.
that's about it.
Live and learn. That again, going back to that, you've been doing it for a while. That's what I wanted to bring up too. Like, you probably learned so much since that time, just from keeping going.
Yeah,
You know.
Yeah. I mean, I definitely, as an artist, I learned that, being yourself is so much better. It's so much more liberating. But, like, at the same time, it's hard because you want to, like, compete with what's out there right now. Like, for the longest time, I wanted to be Justin Bieber, but, like, I'm never going to be Justin Bieber. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, it's my sound is different than his. And, like, that's the problem with a lot of artists. They want to sound like what's trending right now, what's in right now. But that's just kind of backfires because, like, why would they listen to me when they can listen to Justin Bieber, right? So, like, I got to make sure I have my own sound, and I'm still working on that. Like, that's the challenge of every artist, is find their own sound. So, authenticity is definitely super important, and people will see right through you if you're, like, BSing your way through your music. So that's probably the hardest lesson I've learned. Yeah.
That's a great lesson to learn, bro. Because you know what else too? It's not sustainable if you do it the other way. If you just do what other people want you to do, it might work once, but the next time, you run out of gas.
Exactly. So artists like Keshi, for example, like, his stuff is so original and it's just so nice to hear. And it's not super commercial, but he's popular for a reason. And like, that's kind of like my goal. I want to be able to do a sound that resonates with people, but at the same time as people know it's me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
Yeah.
That's definitely, I think, a great goal.
Yeah, for
Makes
sure.
sense
I'm still
to me.
working on it. So, I mean, hopefully people are recognizing my sound as they go along.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
No, I was listening to your stuff. Like I said, I don't typically listen to that style of music, but I liked it. It's good.
Yeah, thank you.
Put that on by the pool or some shit. That's cool.
Yeah, definitely. And I'm really excited about this new EP that I'm working on right now. So it's everything is based on personal experiences and stuff. So I'm really excited to write that.
Dope. Does the EP have a name yet?
Not yet. I just Sorry Who's is the first single, and I'm working on a new track tonight. So
there we go.
That's about it.
Vigilante exclusive. Let's go.
Oh, right.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
So have you? Are you a fan of performing live? Is that?
Oh yeah, like I grew up performing live. I grew up competing and stuff like that. So I
Nice.
do have that classical technical training as a kid. So yeah, definitely, yeah, that's kind of like second home to me, and I've always performed live, but again, it's been hard this past 2 years for obvious reasons.
100%.
And like I know they're slowly opening things up right now, but I'm still a little iffy. Just people I know are still getting sick and stuff, and but I'm hoping in the next little while I'll definitely be open to that. Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah,
I feel you. And when you said competing, you mean like a talent show vibe?
Yeah, talent shows. And I used to go to the New Conservatory of Music. I used to do shows every year. I used to every month. And then we do like competitions, local talent shows and stuff. Yeah,
Dope.
Yeah.
So I got a random question for you. You like baseball at all?
No.
The reason I asked you, there was a baseball player from back in the day. His name was Barry Zito.
Yeah. Oh, I know Barry Zito. Yeah.
I'm like, bro.
Zito. I know.
Zito.
Yep.
And he was the man for a while too. So there you go.
I heard. Yeah. I know of him. I don't watch baseball, but like sometimes when I Google my name, like his name pops up. Funny. And I'm like, who the hell is Barry Zito?
It's good company to have, bro. He's a good player. Cool. That's fucking hilarious.
Yeah. I bet he's not Asian too, right?
I think he's Italian.
Oh, okay. So because it's Zito, mine's Zeto.
He made a shitload of money, so there we go. That's in the cards for you, bro.
Okay, awesome. Good to know.
Love it. Yeah, I just had to get that one off. I'm like, I gotta ask this guy, but
that's cool. That's cool.
That's so funny.
It's amazing.
So I wanna talk about Toronto a little bit. You feel like growing up in Toronto has influenced your like music making at all?
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like growing up in Scarborough really helped. I grew up in Melbourne.
Legendary SWAT.
Yeah. So I mean, there is a reputation, but you know what? That reputation really molded me who I was. I became an artist in Scarborough. That's where I went for lessons. That's where I've competed. That's where I've done shows, and that's where I'm from. That's who I am, and it shaped me as a person. Really, I mean, it was a bit of a tough life, but being tough really makes you learn a lot of lessons and stuff, and that's where you hear some of the pain in my voice and all that, is through growing up in. I'm trying to say the word ghetto, but yeah.
I feel you, man. I feel you.
Yeah.
It's important to know that stuff too, because it's always going to be a part of you where you grow up, whether you leave that neighborhood or not.
Yeah.
It's always a part of you, and it's going to always shape you in some way,
Yeah, definitely.
So to have that in your head still, I think is a good thing.
Yeah. I mean, Toronto is a great place. In the music industry, I feel like it could be a little bit cliquey, and the support system could be a little bit better, I think. And people can be a little bit possessive over their contacts and their music and all that stuff, and I get that. So I just really feel that there should be more of a support. There should be more of a celebration, like that we should all get together and celebrate our artistic differences, as opposed to like, these are my contacts, or these are my friends, and you know what I mean. These are my shows. These are my podcast interviews and stuff like that. For so like sure. I really think that we should really focus on supporting each other a little bit better. That's all.
No, I agree, bro. Do you think that's a Toronto thing, or do you think that's like a people thing?
It's definitely a people thing. I think every city has their own lack of supporters and politics and whatnot. But Toronto, I've only ever grew up in Toronto, so I would say everywhere has their own politics.
I agree, bro. I agree.
It's different. I think every city will tell you just something different. But
every city's like, oh, we don't support each other enough,
Yeah, but I feel it's gotten better over the years. I feel like especially pandemic has forced us to really come together and support each other, during these times. And I definitely think it's gotten a little bit better, and I really hope it thrives and it continues to get better.
I think so too, bro, because I think when we realize we're not really in a competition here, like,
but we are at the same time. That's the thing, what I mean? No one wants to admit that, but low key it is.
It is.
I was one of those people back in the day, okay? Like, I'm not going to lie.
If you say you're not, I don't believe you.
Exactly. We low-key, we all are to some degree, as much as we'd like to admit it or not. Because, like, in all fairness, we as artists, we work so hard to become who we are. So, like, it's almost second nature to have that sort of possession over your own craft and your own contacts and your own,
For sure.
Stuff.
Because you know how hard you've worked. You know what you've been through.
Ego plays a role too.
Ego
Let's
plays a role.
not lie. Okay, ego does play a role, and I'm working on that myself. I want to be more supportive for sure. I'm a little older now. I'm not like 16 anymore, so I just want to, give back as much as I can as well.
For sure, man.
Yeah.
Was there something that kind of triggered that in you? Like, all right, I gotta support a little more.
Because I felt the lack of support. Like, I grew up the minority in the music industry. Like, we didn't have Keshi. We didn't have all these other Asian artists growing up.
True.
I was always that Asian kid amongst the other people. So I never had support. I had to, like, grind hard. I had to work extra hard. I know it sounds a little cliche, but, like, growing up Asian in this industry was really hard, and it was really, like, people didn't take me serious, so like I had to really fight my way through it, and I'm still fighting. It's gotten better, it has, but I still feel I have to work a little bit harder to get to where I want to be. That's all.
I respect that, man. I respect that.
Mm-hmm.
It's also, you're right, it shows growth.
Yeah.
It's like, I've been through this, but let's
yeah, and I want to
change it
show
up.
that. I want to show that in my music. I want to show that as an artist, because I don't want to let that bring me down. I could easily give up. I could have given up any time.
For sure.
But I do because I love it,
Simple
So, yeah.
as that.
Yeah,
I like that,
that's it.
man. I
Yeah.
think we complicate things too much sometimes.
A little bit, yeah. Yeah.
We haven't done this by this age. We haven't done
Yeah.
this. We haven't gotten this many views.
Yeah.
This and that. I'm done.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, are you enjoying what you're doing?
Exactly.
I think that's a great way to look at it. I like that.
Yeah, I know a lot of people who have given up because they didn't have all the clout they wanted. But, you got to think to yourself, is that what really matters?
Exactly. You're right, bro. And that's, at the end of the day, it's out of your hands.
Yeah.
For the most part. All
For
you can
sure.
control is what you do.
Yeah, exactly. I agree.
Good way to look at it. What's your background, if you don't mind me
I'm
asking?
Chinese,
Okay.
Canadian. Yeah, I was born in Vancouver. Yeah.
Okay, now it's making
Yeah,
sense.
yeah.
Now it's making
Szeto
sense.
is not a very common Chinese last name. People always get confused as to what it is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen that last name, actually.
Szeto. So we're from China. Like, we're from like the south, and I think it's a very, it's not very common in terms of, we have like weird long last names,
Right.
not your typical Chan, Lee, or you know what I mean.
Right.
But yeah, so it's it's pretty cool.
Does your culture play any role in your music?
No, not really. I grew up Canadian, but I grew up listening to a lot of Chinese pop music, and I actually did a Chinese cover recently for the first time in my life.
Dope.
It was the craziest experience, and I've never thought I'd ever do that. But like, now that we have we have the platform to do so now, I thought I did it. I kind of did it for my mom.
Love that. Did she love it?
Yeah. She was surprised. Like, what the hell? Yeah. So I like to embrace my culture at the same time.
That's awesome, bro. I
You know?
think as an artist, having that open mind
Yeah.
too is huge.
Yeah, I mean, I have that advantage to have that second language. Like, I embrace it.
Hell yeah! So the whole song was in Chinese.
The whole entire
That's
it was
sick. I
I'm
gotta
gonna tell
check
you,
that
it was
out.
so hard. I had to get someone to come in to help me with pronunciation and stuff. It was so bad. I didn't realize. I recorded the first demo, and then she walked in. She's like, "Nope, wrong. Nope, wrong, wrong." I'm like, okay.
Just
Yeah,
transcribing.
it took a minute to record that, but it was okay. It turned out good.
That's dope,
Yeah.
man. That's a big thing now too. Like, a lot of like Hispanic artists are making songs in
Yeah.
Spanish and English
Yeah.
now. I think it's smart. Like, the universe is massive,
Yeah,
man.
I just want to show my diversity, and I
Yeah.
want to show what I can do.
Love it.
So yeah.
Is there any creative outlets that you have other than music? Like, when you're not making a song, what do you do to kind of chill out a little bit?
Oh man, when am I not doing music? It's weird. I never really thought about that, but I don't know. I like to hang out. I like to do sports. I mean, not sports. Like, go to the gym.
Yeah.
Because you asked me if I like baseball. I was like, no. I don't know. Many things. I mean, nothing much. Just hanging out with my friends. Just normal stuff.
You're an artist,
Nothing
bro.
crazy.
I can
Yeah,
tell.
okay.
You're an
Thank
artist
you.
through and
Yeah,
through.
because I was like, what do I do?
You know what's funny, bro? I've asked different artists that question, and they all have a similar
Right?
response.
Okay, yeah,
like, bro,
okay,
I'm just
good.
in
I'm
the
not the only
studio,
one.
man. I'm just in the studio. I don't even know.
I know. It's like, yeah, it's like today is a typical day. I'm doing 2 podcast interviews and going straight to the studio after. So, like,
I love that.
that's
man.
like normal thing for me. So,
Was there
yeah.
is like the media side, like doing interviews and stuff like that, something you've always done, or is that more
Yeah,
recent?
I've been doing that for a couple of years now. So yeah, definitely. I've been on a couple of TV shows in the past as well. So
Sick.
yeah.
I saw you on I forget the show, but it was a VJ that I've seen before. It was a guy with longish hair. I've seen him on TV before. forgetting his name. It was a few years ago. I think it was on your YouTube. Dope. It was an interview. It was on TV.
Dragon's Den?
You were on Dragon's Den?
Yeah,
no
briefly.
Fucking way.
Briefly.
You got to talk about that.
Okay, no, it wasn't anything big. It was like so this fashion designer was pitching her fashion line, and we're friends. So like she's like, Barry, why don't you come out and sing? And so basically the pitch was a runway show. It was like a lingerie line. It was
sick.
So I sang one of my songs, and while the models were coming out, and that's about it. And they played my song live on national television. Oh man, I forgot about that.
That's huge,
yeah,
bro.
A lot of people saw that too. I think it's still on Netflix, or was it Netflix? No, it was some other streaming platform. Yeah. So that was a pretty cool experience.
Dope.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go home and watch
that.
For sure, bro.
Yeah, but for the VJ one, I'm not sure.
I forget the guy's name. I'll show you after.
Okay.
I can't remember
his
name.
Was it an interview?
It was like a TV little interview, like a 5-minute type. You were both standing. I forget. I'll find it for you.
Okay. Yeah.
But I'm glad we uncovered the Dragon's Den news.
That's cool. Dope. Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Did that open some doors for you mainly? Maybe
not really. It was a really short pitch, and it wasn't even about me. But so it was. People did notice though. People did notice. Yeah.
That's sick, man. And any new experience, I think, is valuable.
Yeah. I'm definitely open to anything out there that's an opportunity or like something just have fun with.
Absolutely.
The main thing is you gotta have fun.
Gotta have fun, man. I could see that in your videos too.
Yeah.
You enjoy what you do.
Yeah.
You have fun.
Yeah. I mean, not all videos are great, but like I just do it.
Bro, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if you fuck with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's all that matters. But
I think any artist will tell you like the creating process is probably the funnest. Like doing the work behind the scenes, those are the funnest things. And actually like the final product.
Yeah, you're right. Because once it's out, it's out.
Yeah. The creative, behind the scenes is probably the funnest thing. Like even like backstage at a show, that's like the funnest part.
Yeah. Is there anything specific like the camaraderie or
just like the nerves behind like just getting ready, and then every artist is like consoling each other and like preparing each other. That part I love the best. It just shows so much love,
Yeah. Some real natural like adrenaline, anxiety. That's that good anxiety,
Yeah. And then like just having people behind the scenes doing a video shoot, like all the makeup artists, all the stylists, like they all just like help out so much, and we all come out with different ideas, and it's like a creative disaster all the time. It's just fun,
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah.
It's unpredictable.
It really is, and
that's the best part.
But the thing is, it always works out at the end, which is great.
Gotta trust the universe, trust yourself.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hell yeah,
it always
bro.
makes it work.
Exactly. Yeah. I love it. So
I
know we're a little short on time, but I did want to ask you: do you have a team, or are you solo dolo?
Well, solo first and foremost, but in terms of recording, I do have like a producer, songwriter, mastering engineer. So we have a solid team for that. But for videos, I always have like the same group of people, my stylists and hairstylists and all that stuff. But like I work with different videographers and engineers for the video aspect. So it's always different, but mainly it's me.
Got you.
Yeah.
Cool. Do you feel like it's important to have different types of work with different people, different types of creatives?
The thing is, I notice a lot of artists have their own teams. I don't. How do I say this nicely? I don't trust people enough to trust them with my career, because I had teams in the past, but like to be honest with you, I'm gonna keep it 100. It's just I find a lot of people just want to ride off your success. They would like, they'll be with you, they'll support you, but the second you fall off, they just like, okay, whatever. That's when they're not really your friend.
Right.
So I've been through that as well. So life lessons learned. So my advice to a lot of people is like just trust yourself. Like I never depend on people. That's why I don't really have teams per se. The only teams I really have are people that I've been with from the very beginning. But like people that want to start a team with you, I don't know about that. So it's me. That's why I say it's mainly me. Yeah,
that's real, bro.
I get the work done.
That's real. I think at the end of the day, you always have to hold yourself down the most.
Yeah,
I relate to that for sure. And I like that you even admitted like it's hard to trust, because that's real too. It's like it's your career, it's your life. Like can't just
and
put it in anyone's hand.
and you just know it, because like let's say you have like I was featured on this magazine, or I was featured on this TV show. Like, you all of a sudden you get like 20 calls, like, oh my god, dude, I saw you. Let's go hang out. Like, where were you last month when I was nothing?
Yep.
You know, like, it's just, you see that all the time, and it's a little exhausting, but at the same time, I'm not gonna like completely ditch them. I'm like, hey, great, thanks a lot, but you just gotta be aware, you gotta be mindful of who is real in your life. You know what I mean? So that's all.
You gotta protect yourself, man.
Absolutely, yeah, and just be smart about it.
Yeah.
You know, trust your gut. I know it sounds cliche, but your gut will tell you the truth.
Hell yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Got a running gag on this show called Cliche Gang, where we just say cliches all the time.
Oh, yeah.
They're so true. Like,
Yeah,
every episode ever.
Yeah.
Cliches, bro. They're here for a reason.
Yep, exactly.
So you're Cliche Gang now.
Yeah.
There we go. Love it.
All right, awesome. I love that.
Awesome, bro.
Yeah.
So we're about a half hour into the show.
Yeah.
I know you got the studio tonight. Is there any last things you want to plug? Anything you want to bring up?
Oh man, I don't know. I mean, like, thank you for having me on this show. I've been trying to come here for a minute, so I'm really glad to finally come up here. But I don't know, just like, thanks everyone who supported me from day one, and I'm glad to make music for everybody. I'm really excited for my newest releases, and like I said, I write from the heart, and I write from experiences that I hope that you guys relate to it, and so just stay tuned. So you can check out my platforms: Instagram, Barry Szeto Sings, and Twitter, or TikTok, all that good stuff. YouTube, yeah.
Love it.
Yeah.
TikTok, man. That's
I
the next
know,
shit.
TikTok. I swear TikTok saved my life during the first wave of COVID, because I had nothing to do.
It's
like
unbelievable how big it is. I couldn't believe that.
it was the best thing to pass the time with, because I would spend hours making a video. I'm making like a 30-second video. I would spend hours, like the outfit changes
You're on
and all.
that one, eh?
Oh
You're
my
serious
gosh.
about the TikTok.
No, but honestly, it definitely helped me pass the time for sure.
Whatever gets the job done,
absolutely,
bro. Whatever gets the
absolutely.
job done.
Yeah.
Do you have a date for your upcoming EP or not quite yet?
No, not at all. Yeah. The single, I just released it, so it's still fresh, and we're still like
Go run that up.
Yeah.
YouTube.
Music videos coming out. There's been a bit of a delay, so we're hoping like maybe in the next week or so. So I'll just keep you guys posted on my Instagram. That's all.
Awesome. We'll try to drop this when you drop that video.
Oh, that'd be amazing. Yeah, thank you.
Oh yeah, man. Well, I appreciate you coming out, bro.
Yeah.
Barry Szeto.
Yep.
Toronto in the building.
Yep.
Scarborough.
Yep.
Let's go. Versatile Vigilante. Keep an eye out for his music. Keep an eye out for some new interviews. We're out here. Let's go.
All right.